You have to be the youngest one in the room, and I couldn't care less about your experience level. Hello, I'm Laura, and welcome to my page. If you're new here, I am really trying to help you understand why your full potential is something you can totally reach if you really put your mind to it. And in this video, I'm going to show you that being the youngest one in the room is the biggest privilege you can get when it comes to learning. Now, to me, being in a room means being in an environment, in a place, it doesn't have to be a room, where you choose to be there. Not as in, I'm going to school, and you don't really want to go to school. You don't choose to go there. You just go there because you have to, and because you want to do something further in life. And when I'm talking about being in a room, it means you are surrounded by people who have something in common with you. Whether it's a goal, an idea, a passion, anything, you are in the room with someone you can work with. You're in the room, and the people in the room support you, help you, appreciate you, respect you, but they don't have to. That's the thing. They do because you belong there. You are in this position where the world that surrounds you is so full of itself, you just can't find a dream of your own. Everyone else on social media, in your life, at school, in your family, is finding their purpose. And the thing is, you just can't find a purpose that's your own. You just have to get someone else's dream. You just have to have someone else's stuff, even if you don't truly want it. And that's also something that's a little bit toxic, and that may affect the people around you. If you constantly show them that you want what they have, but they feel that it's not something that you truly want, that can be a little bit toxic. But again, you might not do that. Allow me now to share some advice on how you can actually get in those rooms, so in those places, in those environments. Being older doesn't really mean older in age. It means experienced, willing to help you, willing to fund your dream, anything like that. So here is my number one advice. Use every single privilege that you have. Let's say you're young, you live with your parents, and your parents are willing to help you achieve your dream, or they are willing to help you with money in order to start your business. Use every single privilege that you have. Let's say you want to put yourself out there. You want to become a pop star. Let's say you don't know where to start. Maybe you share your singing online, you show your face, you put yourself out there, and then maybe someone finds you. Now, it's a very rare case when someone actually wants to find you and they look for you. You need to look for people that are, again, more experienced. It's such a rare case when people look to find you. But here's one example that's actually so relevant here. I have no idea if you're familiar with the story of Cat's Eye, but Manon from Cat's Eye was found on Instagram and TikTok. And she just put herself out there. She would show like get ready with me videos, outfit of the day videos, and then she just got found and she got the opportunity of her life. That's what I'm talking about. Finding opportunities, finding people who are willing to give you opportunities, and all of that, and so on and so forth. Now, my second tip, which is super important, is to volunteer. Volunteering looks good on your CV, looks good in front of everyone else. Let's say you want to go to medical school, then you're gonna do volunteering on an ambulance, So what I'm talking about here is that you need to also do something that's relevant to maybe what you want to do further in life. But if you really don't know what you're doing, again, volunteering is a very good way of discovering what you actually want to do. Volunteering is actually many times about communicating with people. So the first thing you're gonna find out is if you like communicating with people, if you like working with them, and if you don't, if you work better with on your own, or if you work better in a team. And there are so many things that volunteering teaches you about yourself, about how you work, about how you communicate with the world around you, and that's very important, first of all. But second of all, you might just discover what you're good at, or what you like doing, or what you would like to work on in the future. Let's say you would like to help others and you just make out a career out of that, or many things. It's very important that you try as many things as you can. Volunteering is not only a free way to do that. You don't get paid, obviously, but it's a free way to do that. And it's obviously giving you the chance to meet a lot of people from many domains. And you need to try many things within volunteering. Volunteering at an animal shelter, at a running race, at like sports events, competitions, working with kids, teaching them something they don't know actually that you know, so on and so forth, sharing your notes, anything like that. Here's who to actually take advice from: people who did it before you. You might realize that unless the piece of advice is actually really good, you should stop taking advice from people you know nothing about. What I'm trying to say here is that you should stop watching people online that you don't aspire to be like. At some point, I started to realize that I did enjoy watching some content, lifestyle content, fashion content on YouTube and on Instagram, but I really wouldn't like to be as a person who did that content. Like, I didn't like their way of approaching certain problems. I didn't like the way they would handle things, and I realized I really wouldn't like to have that set of values, so I stopped watching them. And it's something so important to realize who you want to be like and who you don't want to be like. I'm gonna say it. Someone I would definitely start with as a role model is Eileen Gu. You should definitely listen to her and how she speaks and how clear she is in her speaking. And it's also something you might maybe not observe in me, because you might not like the way I talk. That's totally fair. You could stop and pause the video right now, even if it's like 1 minute left, because you do not like the way I speak. That's totally fair. I'm not gonna try and tell you the reason. I can do that. And by the way, that English is not my first language. But again, you should just follow who you actually admire and would take advice from. After this video, you should keep this one thing in your mind. Get out of the rooms that serve you. If you were super excited at the beginning to be in a room, but now you just don't feel it anymore, it doesn't align with who you are right now, get out of it. Because there's absolutely no time to waste, when you could be doing something that just fills you with passion and fulfillment. So just get out of there. I'm not thinking again about school. You maybe just don't resonate with the people there. You hate your teachers. That's something you can pretty much get out of. But get out of rooms that you got in yourself and you just don't feel it anymore. And again, one last time, fool around. Try it all. Try every single thing that you can. Do everything, because that's the only way you're gonna find your purpose. You can always do a career change, a major change, anything you would like. Try it all. Try everything. That's something Shakira once said, and it's so true. So just try everything.